Okay, students, we have learned that the DNA replication is semi-conservative. So, to prove that, Michelson and Stahl carried out an experiment in the year 1958. In the year 1958, they carried out an experiment to prove that the DNA replication is semi-conservative. So, for this, what they did is they grew the E. coli bacteria. They grew the E. coli bacteria in 15 NH4Cl medium. 15 NH4Cl medium. This 15N is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. 15N is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. And they allowed to multiply this bacteria in this medium for many generations. Then what happened is that this 15N was incorporated in the DNA strand. Incorporated means 15N entered into DNA strands. So this normal DNA and heavy DNA can be separated by centrifugation in cesium chloride, that is CSCl, cesium chloride. Cesium chloride is a density gradient. So what they found that we know that DNA is a helical structure. So what they found that both the strand containing 15N and it settled down at the bottom. It was heavy and this settled down at the bottom. Then what they did, they changed the medium. Means they transferred the E. coli in 14 NH4Cl. They transferred the E. coli in the 14 NH4Cl and allowed to multiply for 20 minutes. This is generation first. This is generation first. And they allowed to multiply it for 20 minutes. Then they extracted the DNA from the cells of this bacteria with 2 helices available, and the same centrifugation was done by cesium chloride density gradient. Okay, so what they found that, again we can show that they found that these strands were one strand of 14N, another of 15N, one strand of 14N, another of 15N. So it was a hybrid. It was a It was a hybrid containing both 49 and 59 DNA strands. Okay. Again, the cells from this culture was taken out and again allowed to multiplied by for 20 minutes. That is total 40 minutes. These 20 minutes plus these 20 minutes means total 40 minutes. This was first generation and now this is generation 2. See generation 2. Now what they observed that the strands produced were light and hybrid. So 2 strands were light and 2 strands were hybrid. Two strands were light and 2 were hybrid. We can show it like this. Diagrammatically you can understand more easily. This strand containing 49, this is also 49, this is also 49. And in this strand both nitrogen was found, that is 49 and 59, 49 and 59. So it can be shown like this. This is light and this is hybrid. Okay, it shows light and hybrid strands. This shows hybrid strand, it shows light and hybrid strand. So from these two, we can come to know that the DNA replication is semi-conservative because both 49 and 59, 49 and 59 are found in the DNA strand. Okay. Again, the same experiment was carried out by Taylor and his colleague. Taylor and his colleague. On Vicia faba. Vicia faba. That is faba beans. To prove this, they use radioactive thymidine. They use radioactive thymidine. In Michelson and Stahl experiment, the 15 nitrogen was just an isotope, heavy isotope of nitrogen. It was not radioactive. So such a tricky question can be asked in NEET examination. So that was not radioactive, but here in this case the thymidine is radioactive. Okay, this is the diagrammatic representation of Michelson and Stahl experiment. Okay, now let us study about packaging of DNA. Another very interesting topic, the packaging of DNA. another very interesting topic. One should know that how the long strand of DNA get accommodated in such a small nucleus. The length of our DNA is 2.2 meters. It is 2.2 meters as given in the NCERT book, and the nucleus is 10 to the power minus 6 meters. The DNA is 2.2 meters long and the nucleus is 10 to the power minus 6 meters. So it is very astonishing that how such a long strand of DNA gets accommodated in such a small nucleus. So let us see how it happens. We know that DNA is a helical structure. It is a helical structure. Okay? And DNA is acidic in nature. DNA is acidic in nature. Now what we require is a basic structure so that this DNA can be accommodated. So what will be our basic structure? It will be histone protein. It will be histone protein. As you know, protein is the chain of amino acid. Protein is a chain of amino acids like this. And there are three types of amino acids: acidic, basic and neutral. So what we require is the basic amino acid. So which are the amino acids which will provide basic nature to the histone protein? They are lysine and arginine. They are lysine and arginine. These both amino acids are found in abundance in histone protein. Lysine and arginine. Please keep it in mind. Now histone protein is of 5 types. Histone is of 5 types. This is H1 histone, then H2A histone, H2B histone, then H3 and H4 histone. So now what we require is that we just require 2 particles from H2A, 2 particles from H2B, 2 from H3 and 2 from H4. These are total 8. Okay. Now we have taken these 8 particles and somewhat a ball is prepared like this. A ball is prepared. As it is prepared by using 8 particles, so it is called as octamer. It is called as octamer. Okay. Now this ball is basic in nature. This ball is basic in nature. Now what happens is that this DNA strand is acidic and this histone protein ball is basic. So this, now I will draw it like this. This DNA will be attracted towards this basic protein and it coils around it like this. It coils just for 2 times it takes just 2 rounds over the balls and then comes out. Again there is another ball. Again it takes 2 turns like this, and again it comes out. Again there is another stone ball. Again it takes 2 turns and comes out. Like this there are so many stone balls. Now what this structure is called? This structure is called as nucleosome. This structure is called as nucleosome, which contains histone plus DNA. What does nucleosome contains? It contains histone plus DNA. Again, it coils around, it gives 2 coils. So how many DNA bases are there in these 2 coils? There are 200 base pairs. There are 200 base pairs in these 2 coils. Okay. Now here there are 2 coils. Here also there are 2 coils. So there are so many nucleosomes. Now it looks like this. ये जैसा हमारा मोती की माला होती है ना, उस टाइप ये दिखता है. नाउ दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉल्ड एज क्रोमैटिन. This structure is called as chromatin. It looks like beads on string. It looks like beads on string. Okay, this is chromatin. Okay, now we have to enter this chromatin into the chromosome. Now we will again require one more protein, that is non-histone chromosomal protein. We require non-histone chromosomal protein, that is NHC. It can be called as NHC, non-histone chromosomal protein. This protein, suppose this is the chromosome, and this protein lies in the chromosome like this. Okay. Now this is DNA. What this is called as linker DNA. This is called as linker DNA. And we have not used one protein, that is H1 protein we have not used. So this H1 protein is found here on this linker DNA. This is linker DNA, and here lies the H1 protein. Okay. And after getting out from this histone ball, this chromatin forms a solenoid structure or structure like telephone wire, curved structure. The structure is like a telephone wire. So now what happens is that when this structure enters here, ये ऐसा नॉन हिस्टोनिक क्रोमोसोम पे ऐसा कॉइल हो जाता है, लाइक दिस, ये ऐसा कॉइल हो जाता है. ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज पैकेजिंग ऑफ डीएनए इन द क्रोमोसोम. Now what you have to understand is that nucleosome contains histone plus DNA. This is octamer and the nature of octamer is basic. There are 2 turns of DNA containing 200 base pairs. It is linker DNA joining to nucleosome, and in the linker DNA there is H1 protein also lies there, and this chromatin structure look like beads on string. So this thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, I hope you understand the packaging of DNA. Thank you.